Hi everyone. Um, I'd like to share my story with you, my experience with Iboga plant medicine in the Wellness Center in Costa Rica. I'd like to introduce myself first. My name is Kelly, and I'm 50, a little bit over 50 years old. Um, and I came to Iboga Wellness Center for some severe healing. And my hope is to inspire you, to motivate you, and to help you if you're looking to explore this type of healing to steer you here. So here's my story. So for a long time, I was dealing with some childhood trauma, which led to addictions to cope with this, and then um, and then slowly, that ended up making me very depressed and very anxious, and I was living with pain and fear and anxiety. And I was living in a very dark place. I was ashamed of myself for some of the stuff I've done, and that lasted for a long time. And coming to Iboga Wellness Center, it it really saved my life, guys. It helped me connect with my soul, and now I'm seeing the world with new eyes. This needs to be acknowledged, and the whole planet should be aware of this plant medicine because it heals, and it heals fast, and it just brings out the best version of yourself. Let me explain a little bit about this wonderful earth medicine that we have. The earth gives us everything we need for healing, everything. And this plant treats a broad spectrum of issues, from addictions to opiates, to alcohol, to heroin, to pretty much every substance. It can also alleviate some emotional and psychological issues, such as depression and PTSD, fear and anxiety, shame and guilt, along with many physical diseases as well. I say this with certainty that Iboga is a very, very generous plant, but it's not magic. And believe it or not, there's a spirit in Iboga, and I have tremendous amount of respect for it. I honor it. It saves lives. It's a teacher. It's showing me a very healthy way to live, to be, to feel, to think, and to act. It's steering me in the right direction, but it also needs my participation. I need to do my part. I need to be true to myself. If you do it with will, if you want it and mean it, it works. I promise it works. The Wellness Center in Costa Rica was perfect for me. I got picked up by Mateo, who's my coach also, and one of the 7 guides. And the first, I remember the first person I met waiting at the door with open arms was a beautiful Italian goddess named Dina. I connected with her right away. I felt very comfortable. I trusted her. The minute I laid eyes on her, she was by my side every step of the way. And right behind her, there was Peter, who greeted us with a tray of coconut water, like coconut, like the actual coconut from the tree. You can't get more coconut than that. He had a warm smile. Um, then there was Mark and Chelsea. Mark and Chelsea were the sweetest, kindest, authentic, Most beautiful couple I've ever met. Mark had a force to be reckoned with. His eyes, his smile, his hugs. And there was Levi. I call him the medicine man. He knew, man, the medicine was telling him exactly how much medicine to give you. He scanned you right away and just gave you the right amount. And some people in my group started with the medicine right away. I wasn't one of those people. He was also able to figure out if you needed more medicine during the flood dose, during the ceremony. Some people got more. I didn't. Then there was Gary. Gary is a shaman. He's a very special soul indeed. I'm honored to have met him. His clear, soft-spoken words were true, kind, beautiful, profound, meaningful. I remember him saying that, the best prayer anyone could say is every morning when you wake up, be thankful you're alive. Be thankful for this new day. Life is a gift. Enjoy it. Happy thoughts. So they welcomed us with open arms, and I fell in love with each and every one of them. They became my family right away. I will never forget them. How could I? So yeah, in the brochure it talks about the swimming pool, but guys, the swimming pool is amazing. It was perfect size. The water was natural, spring water, no chemicals. It was so good. The setting was peaceful. It was clean. There was plenty of space. The fridge was always full of fruit, from watermelons to papayas, and the sweetest pineapples I've ever tasted. The meals, we had 3 full meals a day. We had from bacon and eggs to pancakes and waffles to rice and beans to lasagna and burgers and cheeseburgers and hearty soups, chicken, salad, ice cream, everything. I mean, everything was clean and natural and made with love. You will not get hungry, that's for sure. So we had 2 Iboga ceremonies. The day of the ceremony, we had a healthy breakfast and lunch. No dinner and no coffee after 10:30 a.m. Then after sunset, we all sat around this huge fire where all the guides poured their hearts out. They all told us their story, their journey, what they went through, how they got there, their pain. Yeah. And then Gary and Levi spoke about the Biwiti culture and about the Iboga medicine. And then Levi came around and gave us some medicine. Some were given more than others. Levi knew who needed what exactly. He knows the medicine. And then as soon as I felt the medicine kick in, I lay down on my mat with a bucket next to me in case I purged, which I did, and was given an eye mask to wear throughout the night. We listened to the traditional Biwiti music all night long. And then the thoughts came. Those thoughts were blowing my mind. It felt like a life review. It cleared my brain. It basically cleared my brain, but it had to clear all the junk out first, one by one. I was flying through my brain. I actually saw myself washing my brain and my heart. And there was some pretty dark stuff everywhere. And that was all the negativity, my ego, my dishonesty, basically all the negative aspects of my life. And after that, I actually saw myself hugging my brain and my heart. It was crazy. I felt the medicine scanning my whole body. It knew where I needed healing. My head, especially. It just knew. That's how intelligent it is. Now I know that, the negativity might creep back in again, but Iboga gives you the tools to keep it at a distance, to hold it back and not let it take over. Like Dina was there, always checking in on me, making sure I was okay. And I remember she took me on this wild and crazy spiritual journey. I was able to fly to the moon, guys. It was so wild. I think, honestly, taking Iboga without a qualified guide is like driving a car with blindfolds on. It's very dangerous. Not smart at all. I remember it was very hard to walk. Like you lose your balance. So whenever I needed to pee, I'd raise my hand, and Lena was always there to help me get up and walk into the restrooms and walk me back to my mat. So I felt very safe, super safe. And then now, like the day after the ceremony is called the Discovery Day. I was alone in my room. No electronics, no TV, no phone. Just me and my soul. I had no appetite really. I still purged a few times that day. I remember I was the only one. Because the medicine is still pretty much in you, doing its thing. But all cravings were gone. Completely gone. And the darkness was not there. Like I felt so peaceful and happy and light in my heart. I was in awe the whole day. And the next day was spent on the beach. It was pretty awesome, I must say so. It felt amazing. It was that day when first time I felt grateful for my five senses. Something I always took for granted. Let me just tell you, like without my ears, the sound of the waves wouldn't exist. Without my eyes, I wouldn't be able to see the clear blue sky. Without my nose, I wouldn't smell the salty air. Without taste, I wouldn't be able to taste the salty ocean. And without my touch, I wouldn't be able to play with the sand and scrub my body with it. And all that made me live in the present moment. Then came the best part ever, the spiritual shower. The beautiful Chelsea performed the spiritual shower on me. It was so divine. She washed away all my pain and darkness and filled me up with light. She knew exactly where I was hurting and washed it all away. It was the most beautiful feeling ever. I felt rejuvenated. I felt refreshed. I felt alive again. I had a clean body. I had a clean mind, and I had a clean soul. Every cell of my being felt fresh. I couldn't stop crying. It was the cherry on the icing. The perfect ending. So, even though everyone in my journey, everyone in my group experienced something different with Iboga, I know that everyone had a positive experience. I saw a transformation in everyone, like in days. So if you're looking to experience this plant medicine, if you need some true healing, I can't recommend this team and location enough. They worked very hard to ensure that every step of our journey and experience was perfect. Basi.